Hello and welcome to Horror Rewind. This is Kelly Florence.
And I'm Meg Hofdahl.
And today we're talking about a movie called Fresh. Meg, how did you hear about this and how did you get the skinny on it to know how freaking good it was gonna be?
Uh, Twitter, of course. I saw people that I respect their opinion and they're like, Fresh is really good. And then at first I didn't know what it was about. And then I saw somebody make kind of like a cheeky comment about what it was about. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I'm just gonna give it a try. And
Thank you for not
Sebastian
spoiling
Stan.
anything for me because
Oh,
I
good.
I said to Mark, and now we're getting into spoilers, friends. I said to Mark, I said, this is either gonna go a cannibalism route or like serial killer route. And I was not disappointed.
No, you're good call. Good call. They do a lot of good like imagery in the beginning of like food and like stuff like that. But again, I knew that it was going to go a cannibalism route. So, um, yeah. So it's I don't even know what to compare it to because it's
I
it's kind of its own thing.
I was saying it feels like Kiss the Girls meets
Yep.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something.
Yeah. It
Not
has. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like as far as well, it's interesting. Like she's eating the short ribs and he's like, I don't eat meat.
I
And
know.
I was like, very interesting.
Okay,
He's
first of
kind of
all,
like Luke with beer. Like, it's like if you give him a Miller Lite, he doesn't want to drink it. It's like it has to be craft beer. So this guy is just like, it has to be human meat.
I first of all, I want to say there's freaking 33 minutes of exposition before they even give you the title and credits,
Yeah.
which was amazing. But also that entire 33 minutes is a freaking love story and it was
I know.
adorable.
I know. She's like going on a shitty date, and then he like sees her in the grocery store, and you're just like, these two, and he's like so cute about it,
I
and you're just
know.
like, oh my god, he's so good looking. Like it's every girl's dream that Sebastian Stan's gonna like, you know, come up to you in the grocery store
Yeah.
and hit on you.
Also, wouldn't it freaking suck to have to be dating right now? I'm sorry, friends who are doing the dating scene, but wouldn't that
Yeah,
suck?
seriously. Yeah.
Like to be on
No,
the apps and like meeting
I
these
know.
douchebags?
I know. I know. Like the guy she goes on the date with, and he's like, bring cash. And
Also,
then it's just awful. Yeah.
just that subtle look that she and the server share, it's
Yeah.
just like we all know, ladies, when you know, you know.
No, I'm very grateful that at this moment in time I don't need to be dating because it's scary, and also COVID, and also now I have to worry about if I ever date again in some weird scenario where my husband's dead, I have to worry about being eaten by a cannibal
I know.
or multiple cannibals. Like,
I know. It's like the people and I don't know if our listeners are these people. I hope not. The people who are buying those farts in a jar. It's like that, from the woman on 90 Day.
yes,
It's like
yeah,
that, except, times a million because they're
except
freaking,
illegal.
yeah, eating
Yeah,
freaking people. Are you kidding me?
I know.
And
And
it's like
it's sexual. It is definitely sexual. It's not just like, oh, it tastes good.
and I love that I don't love it, but it's so clever because it's like a Blue Apron or Purple Carrot situation,
Yeah.
except, it's this home delivery stuff. It's just so good. It's so good. This movie is so good.
Oh, it's so good because you I think it's so important to have that 33 minutes in the beginning because you have to believe that
You would
how
trust
safe
him.
she
Yeah.
feels and
Yep.
how much she trusts him. And it's like you have to go on that journey because if you didn't, it just wouldn't have the same impact. You have to have
Exactly.
the love story. And then when she's chained up and you see the just the change, it's so chilling, and it does make you think of like real situations where this has happened to people. I mean, maybe not this particular thing, but something similar. It must be so, I mean, that is the height of scare to me. Like where the person that you have grown to love all of a sudden is like a monster. There's nothing scary in the world.
No, this is the true horror, and these are the true monsters. And
Yeah.
there is nothing scarier than that. Now, last week we talked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and again, kind of a similar theme. I realized Leatherface wasn't eating anybody in that, but the gore, but it was fun. This movie, after that shift, it's not fun anymore, but it's still really good.
It's fascinating. It's upsetting though, and it's, I mean, the worst for me was the breast plate.
Yeah.
I was just like, it just looked too real or something, like the way it was cut. I don't know. I was just like, oh my God. And so also when we were talking about TCM, you mentioned how that one character, when dealing with toxic men, had to sort of oscillate.
Yep.
And sort of like take what she's learned. And I mean, this movie is that to the nth degree, where this main character is like, I have to completely exploit the fact that he likes me.
Yep.
And that, he has a thing for me. I am going to completely use that against him. And she does. And it's just brilliant. Like, she eats the meat because that's what she has to do.
Yep.
To get out of there. She has to pretend that she's like attracted to him again. And wow, like, that is some strength. That's a pair of tits right there. Like, that's strong.
Now, we explore this and the psychology behind it in our book, The Science of Serial Killers, specifically in the chapter about Gianni Versace, the assassination of Gianni Versace, because Andrew Cunanan, he was abusive. He was an abuser. He was also a murderer, but the people that he was with, you have to play along because you're the victim in these abusive relationships, and you have to play along in order to survive. And like you said, that she did it because she had to.
Yeah.
Women have to every day. Excuse me.
And of course they do this really good job of like making you question sometimes, like, wait, like that she is putting him on, right? Or, you know what I mean? Like, where you'd be like, or is she like actually, and the thing is, he's so charming that you could see how, like, even Stockholm syndrome, how like she could just like get, entangled into feelings for him. So it wasn't even like from a judgmental place, but it's like, oh my gosh, I hope she's actually working to like get away. And like, but yeah, like, he's cutting off body parts. This is not okay. And I guess he is a doctor or something. Yeah. I mean, because I mean, I understand he's making a lot of money doing this, but still, I'm not sure. And then his wife's in on it.
Oh my God, I know. And also she's missing a freaking leg.
I know. I'm just like, gross.
So that was like a twist. I really appreciated. Yeah. Not only did she know, but she was literally one of his victims.
I know. And friggin' her, like, when her friend calls her phone number and it's in his pocket.
I know. Oh my God.
No. Like, that was so intense. That was like really, and then you like find out that she's there in the same house. And then we're also talking to Penny through the wall. Like, it's just getting so, it was like Kiss the Girls in that way, where she's like talking to the other women through the wall and stuff. And they're kind of at different points where it's like they want to give up and stuff like that. And that was really poignant.
Yeah.
Oh, you go through so many emotions in this movie.
Yeah. It was a satisfying ending, and there's a lot of strong women. This total jerk store of a guy. Like, wow.
Well, I mean, he freaking, and this is men, he thinks of his dick and she bites it off and it's amazing. And then it's her and Penny and her friend against him. And I was just screaming. I was just like, oh my God, do it. Like, and then like they're out in the woods, and then it's his wife, like, and she's like, she says something like feminist to her, like, you're the problem, like, you're part of the problem, like, women like you. And oh my God, it was just so good. I loved it.
I love it.
It was such a ride, a roller coaster ride.
Yeah. It seriously took so many twists and turns. And I think the best part, I hope you're not listening to this, friends, if you haven't watched it yet, but the best part was I knew nothing. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just got to go on the ride.
Yes. Yes. He cut her butt off, Kelly.
I know. And she had to like be crawling around, like dragging herself.
Oh, it's not okay.
None of it. Oh,
There was this level of like humor sometimes to it too, which I thought was like absurdly good too. Like it it had that element which it was able to keep, so it doesn't it doesn't feel like you're slipping too far down, you know what I mean?
yeah.
um and aesthetically it was beautiful,
Oh my God.
like it
So well shot.
was beautifully. So I was just very, very impressed. And I just love finding like movies like this. Like I don't know if I would necessarily, because they don't give a hint either on like the Hulu description or whatever. So I don't know if I would have even pressed on it if I hadn't heard some word of mouth, you know?
No,
So
exactly. I don't know. I just feel very disturbed right now. And I definitely don't want to go eat lunch.
yeah, it does kind of make you feel gross. Like there's a reason that it's taboo. There's a reason it's not okay.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's Kiss the Girls meets Hannibal.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the TV show, he's
Yeah.
so elegant and charming, and, everything is presented. It's not just like
Yes.
eating a turkey
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like everything is so precise, and
That's true. It's like all these like very fancy meals. It's not like person hamburger helper.
right.
Hannibal would not eat that, and
Never.
neither would the dude.
No.
What was I gonna say? I'm thinking a lot of thoughts because it's so extreme, and so it was just so well done. I don't know. I want to write movies like that. We were talking about screenwriting. We were talking about TCM and like what we can learn, and there's just so many great subtle things in this that I'm gonna have to watch it again. Especially like since you didn't know, you'll have to watch it again knowing now. That's always fun.
Yes. A couple weeks ago, we were interviewed for, I think it's called Cinema Crazed. They were talking to us because it was Women in Horror Month, and they asked us what we want to see in horror. And neither of us had seen this movie yet before we were interviewed, but we said we want some more romance. And
yes.
I also like a good musical number, and they were freaking dancing in this movie.
Yes, they were. They had a good dance. Actually, they had I think twice they danced. But yeah. So I mean, they gave it to us. I mean, the romance did fizzle.
Well, that's
true. Okay. We're willing to accept that.
Oh wait, everybody, we're going to answer this call live. It's the school. I think they're canceling school. Hello.
Oh boy,
it's snowing here. Yes.
Is it?
Oh, they're just canceling everything after school.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's probably a sign. That's probably a sign that tomorrow they're going to cancel school.
Oh, that would be nice. I mean,
you can watch Fresh as a family. I'm just kidding. Maybe don't do that.
No, yeah, this is definitely not recommended for kids.
No. His whole thing about like it's real love, like it's the best kind of love to like sacrifice yourself like that. And it's just like gross. Like, of course, straight white man.
Yeah.
We don't make ourselves skinny enough for you. Now you have to actually eat our bodies.
Oh God.
So we just waste away.
When he like slaps that entire leg on the chopping board, I mean, not chopping board, whatever, like carving it up. God, it's disgusting. Yeah. And we're vegetarians.
I know. So yeah, it's even worse. But it's just like, and it's interesting, but it kind of shows like how people can like get normalize things in their own mind and like accept it in their own head, like a serial killer. Like I'm watching that Undercurrent documentary on HBO Max, and it's just a 2-part thing. And I'd heard the case before. I know the case. It's about that woman who was killed on the submarine. The guy killed her on his own private submarine. But anyway, and he dismembered her. And this idea that like somebody who's never done that before can just like do that, and it happens. Like there's something in your brain that just like says this is what's happening now. And I just find that fascinating. And obviously there's something wrong with somebody who does that, but it's just like it's like, how do you leap from normalcy? I guess you don't do it overnight, maybe, I don't know, but like, how do you just slap a person's leg down on the counter?
Oh,
and not Ralph?
ugh.
Yeah.
You got to visit where the Donner Party was, right?
Yeah, that was really cool. When we were in Tahoe, they have like some of the area, like, well, they have like a statue and a museum for them. And they had like actual stuff that they had carried with them and things like that. And it's fascinating. The whole Donner Party, I read that book in Different Stars Above, which is an amazing book about the Donner Party. I highly recommend it. Because you can't truly like appreciate how bad it was and what they were going through. But also the kind of fascinating thing is a lot of them thought they were starving, but they really weren't. And so they actually were eating human parts before they really needed to, which is kind of interesting because your body just like convinces you, and your mind, I guess. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Okay, we need to rank this before I throw up.
Your face right now.
I'm feeling nauseous. Okay.
Okay.
On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being you hated it, 10 being you think it's a perfect movie. Oh God, what's our scale?
Oh, how about Sebastian Stan's penis that got bit off?
Yeah.
In a sort of like, isn't that apropos?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't done this, but what I would love is somebody to make a graphic of like the movie and then what we ranked it. And so this one is going to be bit off penises, like
bit off penises. So somebody make a graphic of that. Yeah, please.
Okay. So how many bit off penises do you give Fresh?
I'm gonna give it a 9. I thought it was really good. I'm literally just docking a point because I think, like you said, the gore was like unsettling, which is the point.
Yeah,
that's the point. But I wouldn't have minded some like maybe I need fun gore more than unsettling gore at this point.
No, that's true. I'm also giving it a 9. I think based mainly on the fact that I literally feel sick to my stomach right now because I'm just thinking about it.
10 would just be not like genuine right now because you want to barf.
And that, as I said about the original, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that it leaves me with this feeling. It's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
And maybe that makes it a good movie.
Obviously it does. Yeah. I mean, it leaves you thinking about it. That's for sure.
Let's talk about something fun before we leave.
Well, I was gonna say like spring's coming, but you just got that phone call about there's snow up there, so
but it'll melt soon, right?
It'll melt soon, and we'll be outside trying to like cover up our pale skin.
Hey, I'm excited for Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah.
And Sam Raimi and probably Bruce Campbell.
Oh, if Bruce is not in it, we have a problem.
And do you think the car is going to be in it? It's going to be something, right?
Obviously. I think it's not going to be obvious, though. I think we're going to have to like have eagle eyes. That's what I think.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
I am excited for that. I don't know if this is airing before that, but I'm going to admit that I'm excited for that Cole Sprouse movie. Moonshot. It looks really stupid, but
actually, yes. It, it has, by the time this airs, it will have already come out.
Oh my God.
Or
Well,
today is the day, actually.
oh, I know it looks stupid, everyone. Just judge me, but I would watch anything with Cole Sprouse in it. Okay. He's just so cute.
I know. And like, okay, he snuck on. I guess I'm in space now.
He snuck on the space rocket. It's so stupid. I don't care.
I don't care either.
What else?
So next week, come back and we'll be talking about, just kidding.
We're going to do a whole episode on it. Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite?
You know what? I 100% guarantee there will not be cannibalism in that movie. I'm going to say that right now. Don't you think?
I hope not. I mean, I hope that you're right. What's your favorite space-based horror movie? What if you're like Leprechaun in Space, hands down?
Or Jason in Space. That one's not good either.
I don't
know.
I'm going Alien.
Yeah. That's a tough question. What's the one? I guess if I have to say what's the one, that's probably shouldn't be my favorite. That's a good question. I feel like I'm kind of tough on the space horror, but I know there's been some good ones. What's the one with when Ryan Reynolds dies right away? Isn't it Ryan Reynolds? Oh fuck. Oh no.
I know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm just an old lady. My mind just sorted out. But you know what? I'm reading the third Gwendy book right now, and it takes place in space.
What?
Yeah. It's literally in space right now.
I did not know that.
Did you see that coming?
No.
I didn't either. I was like, what is so Gwendy's in space right now. So yeah.
Are there other, and I know this is Richard Chizmar and Stephen King, but are there other Stephen King works that take place in space? I can't think of anything.
That's what I was wondering when I was reading it too. I'm like, has he brought us to space before?
Have you written about space, Meg?
No. I think here's the thing. Here's what intimidates me. If you're writing about like space stations or space shuttles, that's a lot of technical stuff that I don't particularly find that interesting. And I would have to do a lot of like research about like, you know what I mean? Like space locking, like locking the hatch, all that stuff, And so I think it's just not entirely my thing. So if I was going to do, like, I'd rather do historical research than space research, if that makes sense.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it. But someday I vow I'm going to write a space story.
You know who came from space? The critters.
I'm like, they did. And I freaking love them. I love them when they get in that big ball of critters.
Also, there's
and I love how much they like salad bars.
Also, there's just like a headline. NASA confirms that there's 5,000 other galaxies or something. I don't know.
Well, that's comforting.
Yeah. So
I mean, I think there's got to be aliens out there. It's just about whether, how cool they are or not, like what they're like. But I feel that there's got to be some other living being out there, whether it's like, a tiny little crab like thing or whatever. Like there has to be another planet with something living on it. That's my feeling about it. Maybe not little green men, but
yeah,
maybe a whole planet of Cole Sprouses.
Oh, maybe. Oh my goodness. Possibilities are endless.
There's my fanfic that I'm going to write that takes place in space.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, we get to this point of every episode and we start getting weird. We need to leave.
No, this is what they love. This is what the people love. All right, I guess we better go.
Okay, go write that fanfic. Until next time, we'll see you in the horror section.
Bye.